Rational Trucker. Hey, man. Why is media depicting parents taking their babies into dangerous situations? For example, the Spider-Verse had an effeminate Peter Parker carrying his child on missions. Would you like me to tell you the reason why? Baby Ahsoka was taken hunting, and Avatar 2 with the pregnant warrior. I did see that one. Unfortunate. I didn't see the movie, but I did see that scene. Okay, why is that? Would you like me to give you, well, how much? I'll give you the $20 answer. Sure. Okay, you ready? Here we go. The reason why we're trying to, let's say, make pregnant women heroic is because it is reinforcing the blank slate narrative. You can be anything. You can be so super powerful and kick ass. You can be pregnant and defeat Darth Vader. Or I don't know what I'm talking out my ass. You can defeat ninjas while you're pregnant because you're such a badass and you're so skilled and so fast that even when you're pregnant, you can go at it. Okay, so that's number one. On a psychological level and a psychosocial level, it's a great song by Slipknot. On a psychosocial level, the message is this: you can do anything. Anybody can do anything. It's also the same root for gender identity. I can say that. I can't say the other word. Gender identity. It's anybody can be anything. You can identify as a chair. You can identify as whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all going to play along. It's role playing. It's LARPing. It's going to the Renaissance Fair and not breaking character. Oh, you're actually a noble prince from the Holstein area of, the Netherlands in 1580. Oh, how about the cad? We're not dropping character. We're going to I'll draw my rapier and fight for my lady's honor. That's kayfabe, by the way, also, but it's also staying in character the whole time. That's essentially what blank slate equalists would have us do. You want to know why Jordan Peterson became so popular? Is because he confronted college kids who wanted him to play along. Or I shouldn't say that. They wanted the Canadian government to force language upon him so he would play along. We're all pandering to the collective neuroses of people who want to feel special. It's not special to be homosexual anymore. We got to figure something else out. Oh, we're going to call it Pontiac Transam. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to call it this. We're going to create 72 different genders. You're a demi boy. Oh, really? Yeah. Here, look, I wrote it down in this book that I actually wrote myself. And now you're a demi boy. I accept it. Thank you. I'm a demi boy. No. You're a weird is what you are. And you want everybody to play along because you want to feel special. But you don't feel special. I'm homosexual, but that's not as special anymore because once everybody's super, no one will be. So what do? We keep inventing new shit, and we keep mandating that people play along with the new shit that makes people feel special, even though you do nothing. And by the way, I should also point out that comes back to a couple of things. It comes back to women's desire to change the game rather than becoming better players of the game. And it also comes back to men's desire to excel in something without ever having to perform. That's the burden of performance. The sort of counterfeit, like fake version of that is not changing the game so much, but you're going to respect me because I'm the best at something that I made up. If that makes sense. And so what that does is it satisfies the burden of performance. That's how you get all, hey, you're going to play along with what I tell you to. You're going to call me Z and Zer. You're going to call me whatever I want you to call me. You're going to call me the God Emperor of the master of mankind. You're going to call me the God Emperor of Holy Terra. That's what I identify as. That always reminds, I got to dig this up. I could never post this because it would be a copyright violation. But there's an episode of Seinfeld, and it was the Maestro. the maestro ones. There's like, I think there was 2 of them, and Elaine is dating the maestro, and he's actually a maestro. Like I'm the maestro. He like is an orchestra or philharmonic like maestro, right? But he's also into like the Eagles, and he's into other stuff like that kind of stuff. And he demands, like he just like forces this upon everybody. You will call him the maestro. You don't call him by his first name. You say, "Hey, maestro," right? Or it's like doctor. It's like an honorific, right? But he wants people to call him the maestro. And there's this one point where like Jerry is talking to Elaine. And he says, "Why do we have to keep calling this guy a maestro? Why can't we just call him by his first name? Like, like George or Kramer. Why can't we just like, why does it have to be this honorific kind of thing?" Right. And she goes, "Well, he really is a maestro." He's like, "Well, what if I wanted you to call me like amazing in bed?" Well, he's like, "But I'm really amazing in bed. I want you to call me that." And it was like so ahead of its time, but it's the same dynamic. It's like, if you think about it, like when a doctor gets his doctorate in whatever it is, he's now Dr. Jordan Peterson, and you call him, you address him Dr. Jordan Peterson. Or if you're doing martial arts, you bow to your sensei, right? Because that's an honorific for he's Master, Joe Blow, and you call him such because it's an honorific. You did the work, you achieved a certain, distinction and respectability and honor, and so people will honor you by using what is technically a pronoun. Doctor is a pronoun. Mister is a pronoun. Esquire is a pronoun. Those are honorifics, and they're usually used, or Captain Michael Sartain. I call him Captain. Occasionally I call him Captain. What are we doing, Captain? But if you call him Captain Michael Sartain, and you notice that he uses that in his moniker when we do Access Vegas, yeah. Because if you use that and you don't actually have the rank of captain, that's called stolen valor. And essentially, that's what people who want you to use their pronouns are doing. Stolen valor. Just by order of degrees, obviously. That's all pronouns are, is stolen valor. And we're all playing along with it. We're pandering. We're playing to the collective neuroses. We're all in the Renaissance fair, and we can't break character, because if we do, somebody's going to sue us if we do. Why is media depicting parent? Okay, so that's why, because we're all playing along. We're all playing along with the fantasy and the idea that, hey, it's a possibility. It's so much in the realm of possibility that a pregnant woman could actually kick ass and take names. You believe that? No one does. In fact, dangerously so. If we created a character, a popular cartoon character of a little boy who gets a superpower of flight, like he can fly like Superman, right? And he does so, and he learns it, and he figures out that he can fly by going up on top of his house and jumping off the house with the cape on his back. And he learns to fly. And we go, yeah, anybody can do that. Junior, why don't you get up there and try? Because, that's a great example. He's a great role model. Jimmy the Flying Kid can actually do this. Why don't you go up there and try yourself? And the kid, no, we will call that like dangerous. We will call that irresponsible, but we won't call it irresponsible when we play along with the bullshit of blank slateism. There you go.